So, welcome everyone in another blockbuster Hall of Fame interview. Today, we have a very, very special family who are committed to make the dream of the daughter to make it a reality. As everyone says correctly, that for every person who is successful, the mother plays a very, very important role. And when the mother is in full alignment and ready to do whatever it takes and ready to break the societal limitations and help the child, the magic happens. On top of this, when the child believes in her dreams and took massive action, committed to do whatever it takes for getting the top level colleges, the magic happens. Not only she scored like 241, which is like the rare score to score in exams like NMIMS, she also get multiple top colleges lining up for the interview process, for GDPI round process. And even I'm recollecting my conversation when we had the first time conversation, it was very timid, very, very nervous. What will happen? How it will happen? Is possible for the last few months to do this thing? And everything of those kind of questions were popping up. And definitely she struggled in maths in this whole journey. But how she overcome this journey will give you insights on how you can take those strategies on your journey and get to the next level. And I want to tell you, this is a very special episode because the family is here in this session and the mother has played that big role. So, all the mothers who are listening to this, or you as a parent, will get a lot of insights and inspiration that if you support your child, they will do wonders and magic on this. So, welcome both of you, Palak and Miss Monica. Welcome. How's the feeling seeing all the colleges lining up? Yes, let's start with you, Palak. How's the feeling?
I'm feeling extremely happy. I honestly did not expect that I would get this many calls, but I did, and it's a really special feeling.
Big round of applause for you, Palak, because in the limited time you have done all these things, right? That's great. And as a parent, how are you feeling from being worried to feeling grateful? How is the feeling? Go ahead.
Oh, it's been very nice. In fact, I think the handholding that has been done by you and your team has been great. I mean, yes, you rightly pointed out there were a lot of questions in our mind and the last minute enrollment, definitely. But then, today when we look back, we are very, very happy that, whichever way we connected, the connection has really helped us a lot. Thank you so
You
much.
have taken that belief in her, right? You have gone out of the way and put that effort and self commitment in her journey, and you are practically involved at every stage of the journey, and that's why it has happened. So, Palak, I would love to know from your side how your mom has played that role, behind your journey, behind the scene. We would love to hear from you. Go ahead.
I think Mama is like the biggest motivation in my life. She is like my role model. I see how hard she works, and that inspires me. That I should also work as hard as my mother does. So
That's great. So, what specifically, what role she played in terms of college selection, in terms of finding right way? What all she went through behind the scene that we are not aware about? Go ahead.
so uh, like Mama is the one who found where, and
Hmm.
I hadn't heard about it, so I wasn't really sure about it. But Mama was like, no, let's try, we need to try, because she said that I know you, I know the kind of person you are, and you need that hand holding, and I think that that is what where will provide you. And so I trusted her, and I think that's what is has led to my success.
That's more power to you as a mother. You have done that, right? And we were having the conversation another day. You highlighted like in your family, you have no one who have done this.
Yes.
No one know anything about it. This is a completely new field for you as an MBA student. A lot of parents take back step when they are like, if it doesn't work, it will come on me. How you take that courageous step that despite nothing, no awareness, no knowing, you still go ahead and take that massive action and go ahead and put everything on that path. What was your mindset or vision for Palak? Go ahead.
Yeah, see, we are all from the industry, and we all want that the child should do better than what we have done in life. So that is
Mhm.
how we thought that yes, she should do her MBA, and she was aligned with that. And then, of course, we started with some coaching institute, but somehow I did not find it to the satisfaction level that I was expecting. So just 2 months prior to the CAT exam, I saw one of your video, and then the next day again I saw, and then I saw that enthusiasm, that yes, I think that is that aggression that is required was there in those videos. So I said, Palak, do you think we can go in for, we should do this? And she was like, okay, let's give it a try, because nothing has worked so far, so why not, sir? So that is how we just spoke to you, and you said that why don't you attend this? In fact, you sent a message, but I did not respond to that. Then third day I said, let me just try, because I was slightly demotivated from the other institutes wherever we had enrolled her. And then we found that yes, that motivation level was there, and in the first go itself we said, okay, we are on, and let's just go ahead. Although time is a constraint, but you said no, nonetheless, let's just start with it. And that is how we started the
We are
journey.
super proud of your action that you have taken, and
Yeah,
this is all success goes to you as a family because you have taken that faith in you and take surrender after getting into that journey, right? And I had a multiple conversation with Palak, and where she openly highlighted her challenges and surrendered in the process, and that led to get all the great colleges on the way.
yeah,
So, like when you were talking to the family, right, your relatives and society, where everyone is telling, don't do this. This is not right. Your child do not have that level of background. So, how you convince your family around, society around to go ahead with this? Because this is a very very courageous step that needs to be done. How you approach this challenge? Because a lot of mothers face this problem in this entire journey.
I don't think so. There was any second thought also apart from MBA.
Mhm.
That was the target. So it was
Very
just how
clear.
to nail it. That's it.
Mhm.
See, the Palak is my child. What she has to do and what I am expecting out of her, we were very, very clear. So there was no second thought, or there was no second choice of career also, except for first do your learning and then go into the corporate world. Because the day
Clarity
she
part was there.
decided she has to go into the corporate world. Although she's from the humanities background, we were initially thinking that she might go into civil services, but then she said, "No, I don't want to go in for that. I am going to opt corporate world, just like the two of you." So we said, "Okay, fine. This is the only option. Let's just get down."
That's great. That's great. So clarity is important as a
Yeah.
parent. What
Yes.
you want, not what other want. That
Yes.
clarity you had as a person. That's great thing to have. And
Right.
Palak, in India, we have like every single year, 40 lakh people join art stream. So in 3 years, there are like 1 crore people who are in the college years who are pursuing BA and all of that. And what are the biggest challenges that you have seen in humanities background? Because what I heard is the placement packages are not there, the career growth is not there, because a lot of, millions of art students might be viewing this video going in the future. So what are the biggest roadblocks are there in the field of arts because of which it is not that lucrative and you make a decision to go to management field rather than going for UPSC and all of that? What was your psychology or vision? Go ahead, Palak.
So the reason I chose history was because I wanted to follow my passion of history. So
Hmm.
after, but after what to do after that, I wasn't sure, because the streams that I could see, they were very limited, and they just didn't seem to offer the level of opportunity that I thought that
Hmm.
an MBA would give me. So I think that was the biggest challenge that I faced.
Yeah.
The opportunities were not there, like in the field of arts, right? And not everyone want to go and become IES aspirant or so.
Yes.
You analyze that situation and you move towards that management field. Now, a lot of people who are coming from humanities background, they think I'm not good in maths. Okay, I haven't read logical reasoning. My profile is not good. I never appeared for this like corporate level career opportunities like MBA. I'm not from management background. So did you feel fear while you were thinking on all this because your peer group might be doing government exams, bank exam, or entrance UPSC, IAS, and all of that? You were like thinking left out, like you are doing something different compared to your other best friends or classmates.
I certainly felt that. Anytime I used to tell my friends that I'm gonna do an MBA, they all used to look at me weird, like, "What are you doing? Why are you going back to maths?" Because like when we take humanities, we leave maths, right? And
Hmm.
then suddenly they're like, "Why are you going back to maths?" So I certainly faced that, but I was clear, like it doesn't matter. because I want to do an MBA. That is what I want to do, and it doesn't matter if I have to do maths or logical reasoning or whatever. I have to do an MBA, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So you are clear and you are willing to take that uncomfortable phase of life where you want to face that fear of maths again. You want to, heads on with that. And that's where things make a clear. So everyone who is listening to this, if your dream is clear what you want to do, you should be ready with the journey. Very simple. You need to do whatever you need to do. You cannot just bypass the goals, and that's how it really works. So a lot of people who are coming from the humanities background, arts background, they are very well suitable for management field because they already understand, philosophy. They already understand art of connecting with people. They are good with expression, and that is the field that is required in management career path as well. So all the art students who are listening to this, humanities student, this is the next best path for you available, where you don't need to go and compete like 12 lakh people in UPSC getting 150 IAS seats. You can directly get to this career opportunities. That's great. So, Palak, like when you are going through this particular journey, I know you faced a lot of roadblocks. So, what were the biggest challenges you faced as a student that you thought it is not going to work for me at a time? You thought like in some dark moments always happen in a student's life when we are preparing. So, what were those dark moments that you faced?
Obviously, the one that I faced was maths. Maths has been such a huge obstacle for me. But as I attended the classes, as I looked at the books, as I solved the questions, I realized that it's not that tough, because all of
Hmm.
us have done maths till 10th class, and
Hmm.
um, all the questions that are there, the basic concepts and all, we have already done it. So basically what we are doing in MBA is revising those concepts. So um, and of course the teachers and the coaches, they really helped me to anywhere, anytime I had a problem with any concept, I knew I could reach out to my teachers and I knew they would help me, and that support really helped me.
Yeah, so that's how you overcome the dark state. Whenever you are in the dark state, you reach out to people. Your mom would message in the group, and we would come back and align everyone together. And that's how it is that everything is solvable. Any problem that we face as a human being, it is a solvable problem that is there. And as a mother, like when you are seeing Palak going through this roller coaster ride, the results were coming out, some exams did not work out for him, work out for her. Some colleges were not in alignment, but great colleges also came in this journey. So how you navigate this, what role you played in mental well-being of a child in the background, how you did that?
Yeah, so yes, definitely there were doubts and concerns. And in fact, there were many times when I sent messages to you and you were like, no, no. The kind of response, the that approach that yes, well done, this and that, whatever you were sending on the group also, they were quite, I mean, our morale was going up only, Maybe yes, you don't get selected in all the colleges, but still, I mean, there was this thing from your side, and plus, I know she is very good she has very good speaking skills. So that was also whatever interviews we give, she's, given. Everyone has really appreciated. In fact, just a
Hmm.
couple of days back, there was a particular interview where the interviewers, they were like very happy with the kind of answers that she was giving. So there also that coaching helped, your coaching helped, that okay, for this question you should prepare yourself according to this. So they were, in fact, she sent the message also that this is what I am preparing. So the teacher counseled back that no, remove any negative sentences that are going to affect what you say. So all those small tips also really helped us a lot. So again, counseling helps. We are there for her support, but then you need somebody who's a, like, I would say, a third party, who is also telling us and guiding us on each and every step. So we feel that yes, there is somebody else whom we can bank upon, and they can guide us through our journey. So again,
That is very,
that is
very good
very,
point
very
you have highlighted that
yeah,
every parent want their child to be successful and they try their best, but where they feel helpless is they do not know the domain knowledge.
right.
What exactly we need to speak
Mm,
or write or do, they have no experience in that. And because of this, that whole motivation turns into not getting result. But
right.
when the parent is there and the guidance is there, that works beautifully and really make it happen. So a lot of parents who are listening to you as a person, where they are thinking like their role is only to make a deposit of a fees or just get their child enrolled somewhere. What you would love to share with them, because they might not have that level of awareness what exactly needs to be done. They think their role is just to do a transaction and that's all. What you would love to share your mindset, because that has worked beautifully for Palak.
Yeah. So there are a couple of things. A is, since she's from the humanities background, we try to scroll through the net and browse through, students who've done their humanities and then entering into the management side, but we did not find many options. In fact,
Mm,
it's good that there is a blog that you are preparing for this, and especially for humanities students, because for maybe the commerce background or the science background, yes, definitely they get
a lot
some
of
kind
people are
of
there.
material. Yes,
Mm,
so much of material is available, but not for humanities background. So yes, that is there. Secondly, you need to select the coaching center which is really right for you. So this kind of an interaction really helps. It's not just that the child is going to an institute. Okay, once in a while you are talking or communicating with the institute. Here it is not so. Whenever we send a message, you are responding back. Maybe not today, maybe the next day. That okay, whenever is the right time. You people are, also providing us whatever queries have to be solved. So that is second part of it. The third is very important is that the parents should also be equally involved. I won't say that fully involved, because let the child do the thing. Because once I was talking to one of your teammate only, and I asked a question, and then she said, "See, your daughter is now going to a B school, so let her take the lead and interact with us and communicate, because that is important. Not always. See, they from the school or the college. Yes, definitely we were there, but now." You said let her be independent. So that was one thing that really clicked. So let them be independent, but you should know where they are standing. That thin line, you should know where you have to cross and where you don't have to. So let them take over, but you have to be besides them. Because at times what happens is that, for example, this institute, we are communicating only through this media. So at times a child also feels that, yes, should I ask a question or just leave it? So you have to interact with the child. And then in case 1%, if the child is unable to communicate with the right words, so you can also message and ask the institute that this is where we feel there is a distance or a gap. And I know how you people will bridge that. So that
yeah,
is
that is very
something
important.
important, very, very crucial, because not all the time the child will think, Arey, what should we ask a teacher? This is just a very minor thing. So that should not be done. Everything should be exchanged so that the teachers also know that this is required from the child. Because you are, again, we are not physically in touch with each other, but through this medium also, teachers also will appreciate that, yes, you are taking the initiative. And because you will also have very limited knowledge about us and and vice versa also. But this way, if we are all connected, that connection is going to be very strong in
Very well
resolving
said, very
conflict.
well said. That parent
Yeah.
need to be a facilitator of this journey,
Yes,
where
yes,
they facilitate the conversation that the child is having internally with the mentors, and
yes,
they are able to transmit the message of mentors to the child. They are following it up. And that's why,
correct.
the when the parents are involved, I have seen the success rate skyrocket
Hmm. Hmm.
multiple folds, because in Indian education system, we are taught to keep our mouth shut, not to
Hmm.
raise questions, and not
Right.
to ask things we are concerned about. And
Yeah.
that's why people who are like silent and do not ask any question, they are considered as a good student. And people who keep
Hmm.
asking question, keep buzzing
Hmm.
the teachers, they
Yeah.
are put at like a notorious one. And
Right.
but in reality, when you get to the management field, how
Hmm.
quality question you ask makes a lot of difference. And
Hmm.
at the end of it, we need to get results. So we need to be clear in our head to really do it. And if we are trying to figure out everything on our own, we might make a big mistakes or blunders
Right.
because we do not know about it. So that's a very
Hmm.
good part. So
Hmm.
Palak, we would love to know how Palak 1.0 moved to Palak 2.0. What internal things you have changed in you
Hmm.
throughout this journey, like your wealthy reader mindset, your health, your mental health, your well-being, how you worked on all of these things in the community journey, like with your peer group, with your coaches, with your mentors, with your alumni, your families there, definitely. So how you as a person transform? We would love to know that. Go ahead, Palak.
So, as you also, you also mentioned that during our first interaction, I was very timid and I was very shy. And now I can feel the difference. I feel more confident. I feel like my self-esteem has skyrocketed so much.
Hmm.
Also, I remember we had a session about with a nutritionist about how we should manage our nutrition during these times of stress. So I think these sort of things, they really help a student, because when we are studying of a lot of times we ignore these things, like okay, just eat quickly or just have a quick snack to quench our hunger, just. But what I learned from that session is, no, these things are also important, and they not only have an impact on your physical health but also your mental health. And I think that's something that I really learned, like taking care of of yourself as a student who is going through these very stressful exams is equally important.
Yeah, so you take care of your diet, you take care of your sleep cycle. A lot of people have this misconception that I have to study like 10 to 12 hours or 14 hours. But you study in a very limited time and you did it very, very well. So how you manage your time in this journey? What was your secret strategy to manage your time in alignment? Go ahead, Palak.
um Time management, like that is like, or I joined very late. I joined this institute very late, but even then, we had we had a strict schedule of what to do and how to cover the topics. So there was a 4 week plan, like
Hmm.
of all the topics, like you have to do this many topics in this 1 week, and so in 4 weeks your entire syllabus will be revised. So yeah, I think that's how I managed my time.
So you followed the system
Yes.
step by step. You did not use your brain. You kept your brain in the freezer and took action. That is there. Okay. And as a parent, like when you were seeing all of these things and it was in an evolution stage, nothing come out in concrete way because it was in work in the progress. How you kept your nerves under control? I would love to
No,
hear that from
I'm
you.
no, I am actually very happy to hear from her because we never discussed these things because yes, of course, there was this pressure of these studies. But I'm very happy that she is now aware of such things. We've been telling her for so long, but did not but she did not understand. But when you people guided her, she understood it in one go because she used to study till late in the night. So then she was like, "No, just help me out with
Yeah,
some
I
fruits
remember,
with my
3 a.m.,
bus."
4 a.m. she would study
Yes,
something like
yes,
that,
till
right?
3 to
It
4,
was like
yes.
completely
Night.
messed up sleep cycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she followed the same routine, but it's just that the food or the supplements, she got it added that okay, around 12 midnight, I will feel hungry. So you do one thing, just keep an apple besides me, cut it, and then keep it so that I can just have that rather than just taking that junk food, the chips, etc. So that helped. And now I am getting to understand where is it coming from. So thank you
You
so
are
much for
most
that.
happiest about this part.
As is all
That's
the
great.
all the mothers, I believe.
All
Yes,
the yeah, all the mothers would be grateful. Like that
yes.
nutritionist session, please give it to us every single month. We need to see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is true. Yeah. Well, I believe that a lot of people have misconception about the entrance exam. They feel like they should burn the midnight oil. They should, forget everything. Khana pina sab chhod do, sona sab
right.
chhod do, bas padhte raho. And that is a toxic way of failing in life. Okay.
Yeah,
Because at the end, when you go to the exam, you need to have your brain in full energy.
right.
Otherwise, you will get traumatized there and you will feel blank. Okay. That is the truth of this journey. So, Palak, like how you take care of your mental health in this process? How you manage your mental health?
So um, the key is taking enough breaks. Um,
Mm.
because what happens is, if you study continuously, your brain gets exhausted. You need to take breaks. You need to understand that your brain needs rest. So just in the beginning of my of this journey, I had a session with my mental health specialist, and she told me that I need to take to uh, indulge in my hobbies between my in the breaks that I take between my studies. So that is the thing
Oh,
that
that's great.
really carried me.
So what were you doing? What are your hobbies that you were doing?
I was reading, and also uh, I I practice classical music. So those were
Oh,
two
that's
things
great.
that I did.
The soothing. So you were like studying as well. You are having your hobbies as well, and you are able to get 2241 score as well. Like that is like the perfect chemistry of everything. So that's what, what I'm sharing every listener here is you no need to, be sad about your studies and be in the stress or constant fearing and battling yourself. You can be happy, peaceful, and progress your journey towards your dream college, and I would say the more stress you are taking, the less marks you're getting. The more happy you are, the more marks you get. It is that way. So that is a true power of this particular journey. So what changes you see in Palak as a mother? Definitely one is nutrition you get to know today. But on a leadership level, on a human level, how you see her evolving? Because I believe that cracking the top college is a spiritual journey, not academic journey. I believe that's a spiritual journey that people evolve. So how you see her evolution so far?
Yeah, now what used to happen before she joined the institute, we were the ones who were telling her this has to be done like this. This is the we used to guide her. But now what has happened is that she is telling her, no, no, this is not the right way. It has to be done like this. So everything is now coming from her side. Even for her interviews, if we try to give her those small little points, she's like, I know, don't worry about that. And as far as in see, all the exams are almost over except for one exam that is left. But now she is telling us, no, no, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. I will answer it like this. So it's become the other way around. I think if I have to go for an interview for a job now, I will take guidance from her, get the tips from her rather than me, doing it on my own. So that
That's a
is,
beautiful feeling as a parent to have that.
yes,
It's a
yes.
very beautiful feeling when you see that someone who needed that push and guidance, now they are pushing you and give you guidance. So that's a
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful place to be in.
Right,
True, I
right.
totally agree with that.
Yes,
So,
yes.
Palak, like when you see yourself not attaching yourself to all the results and outcome and everything, where you see yourself building this foundation going forward in your life, where you see yourself moving.
I feel like I will become a much healthy leader, a much better leader because of all the sessions that I've had. No, it wasn't just the classes, not just the maths, LR, and VA classes. It's also the personality development, right? The selection mastery classes that we had. I think those really helped me groom myself. And I think I will carry that forward in my life as well.
That's true. That's true. Because the deeper the roots,
The
higher
high.
the tree and bigger the fruits. So the foundation is very, very important. And a lot of people try to find some hack or shortcut to bypass their personal growth. And it doesn't work in that way. And I'm glad that you have really gone through that particular journey. So all the students who are listening to you, specifically, let's say humanities students or people from other background, what is the one golden nugget that you would love to share with them who believes they are not good enough? They are not good in maths. They are not good in this. They are not good in that. What is the one golden nugget you would love to share, Palak, to them so that they can crack like NM, like all the symbiosis and all these top colleges in one single go? Go ahead.
Don't be scared. I know maths is scary, but don't be scared. uh, you just need to keep your mind on the goal, have a clear goal in your mind, have that clarity, and that will carry you through.
Clarity. That is the most, it is like a sun. Sun is like clear what he need to do, and everything is automatically aligned with that. All the planets revolve around the sun. When you are clear in life, you no need to have some external influence for that. Great. And as a mother, what one golden nugget you would love to share all the mothers who are listening to this conversation and they have their daughter and they are worried about what do we do, how do we do it, how you would love to share with them? Yeah, go ahead.
See, one thing that I promoted in Palak was reading. This habit
Mm,
started at the age of about, I think, three.
mm,
In the third class, sorry. When she was in the third standard, I used to go and interact with all the teachers, school. Otherwise, also, I used to just say hi, hello to the teachers. So one of the teachers said that why don't you ask her to practice speaking and reading. So used to get many books wherever I used to travel a lot for my marketing. So wherever I used to go, I used to carry one small book, and used to give it to her. So that one thing really helped her a lot. And today also, in fact, just a couple of days again, an interview took place, and the interviewer came specially outside and said, your interview went very well, I must tell you that. And we were surprised that an interviewer is coming out of a very prime B school and telling her that you did perform very well, because your speaking skills, communication skills really matter a lot. So please inculcate that habit in your child of reading and speaking out. There are many channels available. Of course, your guidance is there. Apart from that, also make your child speak. Make the child speak in front of the mirror. Make a child speak. Nowadays, you have the phones available. Let them practice and let them hear their voice as to how they are doing. So all those things are very, very essential. Be
Very
it
well
this
said.
field or any other field for that matter, your speaking skills and communication skills will matter. Yeah.
Because the leadership is all about communication, that
Correct.
you should be in front of people, just like during the tribals, right? Who is the leader of the tribe? Those who are able to communicate with tribe as a leader. So speaking is equal to leading with the
Mm.
great intention. And when you are able to open up yourself, and I'm glad that Palak, you move from that introvert to ambivert. Now you can switch whenever you want to be in focus, you get to that. And whenever you have to present as a leader, you get to that. And that is the best gift that we have, because people look forward to listening our journey, the story that we have. They look forward to inspiration and motivation. And when you get to the business schools and you have to lead people in your team, right? You have like 20, 30, 40 people, and how you communicate to them not only help you to achieve the goals, but transform those individuals to be the best version of them. And it's a great journey. And you have gone through this complete transformation. And I believe it is a beginning for you. You are just started. You have just see the potential that is there in you, and the more and more you progress in this, and you will be definitely getting more and more calls, and you will convert so many of them. So wish you all the best. And as a family, you have done great. We are proud of you that you have taken that faith and move ahead in this journey. Big round of applause for both of you. You
Thank
deserve
you.
this.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
So
everything.
if you are listening to this conversation and you are thinking that I'm not good enough, think again, because everyone fear the fear. Okay. But what really kills the fear is action. You need to take imperfect action to get result. And that's what you can learn from the journey of Palak. So with this, wish you all the best, Palak, and make it count and get to your final destination and be a chooser in life where you choose like all the colleges. I choose where I want to go. Yeah.